hearing, right? And I felt really, I know we all really felt great about that, about the hunting party, and felt really like it was the album that we wanted to make at the time. And I think one thing that people get like a little confused about is, you know, having made that album, which was super heavy, and then making this album, which is decidedly not loud and not screaming and heavy guitars and all that, is like, oh, do they not like that anymore? It's like, really? Really? Like, come to our show, you're going to see plenty of both, right? As always, like, it's always been that way for us. In terms of like the next, like what I'd like to see people doing, like we grew up on lots of different types of music. Like that's really exciting to me when I hear people mashing up different ideas. It doesn't even have to be so overt as like the way we do it. Like we do it in a way that you can kind of tell what pieces we're pulling from in some ways. But just, you know, in the sense of like, sometimes it's engineering, like the new Mastodon record, for example, is a cool metal record. Like they engineer it in a way that's a little more like classic sounding.
I love Mastodon.
Yeah, it's a great record. I also like on a different side of things, like completely other side of the spectrum. Like I feel like the last single, you know, an artist named Kay Flay.
I love Kay Flay.
She's kind of a friend of ours too because we love her music. And the last single she put out was almost like a female soloist doing like a modern like 9 Inch Nails or something.
I love 9 Inch Nails.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, people forget, I feel like people forget that just because there isn't like a super loud guitar or whatever in the front, and they go, oh, it's not, you know, rock. Like, what is rock even? I don't even know what that is anymore. Like, when we started, like, genres were more clearly defined, but still pretty loose. And now, like, there aren't even boundaries. I don't see why you would have to classify something as like one thing or another.
All I want the next generation of metal musicians to do is make music that's awesome and interesting and doesn't sound like something that somebody else did way better than them. It needs to be new. If you can't do that, then do something else. Because well, at least for me, I won't listen to it. I'm a snob like that. I'm like, yep, Sepultura does that really good. I'm going to listen to that. I'm not going to listen to a band that wants to be Sepultura. So that goes across the board for anybody. Like, if you're like, I think it's important to draw influences from things that you like. But like Mike said, like the Kay Flay thing, like it's reminiscent of 9 Inch Nails, but so is Starboy. By like every time I hear the opening beat for Starboy, I sing 9 Inch Nails.
Sounds like Closer.
I sing 9 Inch Nails every time, and then like this beautiful voice comes on. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I thought that. So it's cool to like draw influence from your favorite things, but I don't really like personally. I don't like it when it.
You gotta add something.
You gotta make it like your own thing.
And everybody does that, by the way. Like, I mean, now it's in the modern, you know, world, like with how quickly and easily you could record something and put it out just out of your bedroom. Like, and we're getting like way down the rabbit hole on this thing. It's really easy to make stuff at home. It's really easy to put it out, and so young artists are actually evolving on display. Like they can't evolve in a dark corner of like, you know, somewhere in Idaho. They're evolving on YouTube with people watching and people commenting and giving them feedback and stuff. And it must be really, I can't imagine how hard that is to like live through that as like a young musician. Like, oh, well, I made this thing and like most of the people didn't like it. And it's like, but in your head you're going like, I want to make more of that. You know, that'd be really hard.
On that note, Roberto